Hey there, my wonderful friends. Pause here. And today we're going to get a little messy with some chocolate. All right. But first, let me ask you something. Why does chocolate from the store look so perfect and glossy? See this? But when we try to melt and remake it at home, it turns into this really dull, streaky mess. You know what's wild? The other day, I was attempting to make these fancy covered strawberries for a friend's birthday. And let me tell you, it just did not go as planned, all right? Have you ever had that moment when you're following a recipe and then suddenly your beautiful, glossy, that nice, smooth chocolate turns into this really dull, streaky chocolate? Let me show you. Kind of like this one. Can you see it? Yeah. So, yeah. Can you see that chalky, dull look? That happened. And as I stood there staring at my chocolate disaster, it just hit me. This is exactly like life sometimes. See, chocolate is kind of magical. It needs this special process called tempering. Pretty much a delicate dance of heating and cooling to get that perfect shine and snap we all love. So let's see if you can hear it. You hear that? That's the sound of success pretty much, but here's where it gets interesting, all right? So just like chocolate, life puts us through our own tempering process. Think about it. We heat up when life throws us challenges, right? When we get all these challenges thrown our way, maybe it's a tough job situation, a relationship that's testing us, or just one of those days when everything seems to be going wrong, right? We've all been there. Then comes a cooling process or the cooling phase. Those precious moments when we step back, breathe, and let ourselves recover. Sometimes we need to slow down to get things just right. And just when we think we're all done, right? That's right. We often need to heat things up again, coming back stronger than before. Just like chocolate needs precise temperature control, we need to learn to manage our emotional temperature too. All right. So today I'm going to show you just about tempered, or not just about tempered chocolate, because trust me, these skills will save you from chocolate covered strawberry disasters like mine, but also how this whole process mirrors the way we handle pretty much life's challenges. So I've grabbed my apron. Yes, I'm wearing one again, like I mentioned in my last video, because let's be honest, chocolate can be messy. And so let's learn how to keep our shine under pressure. Today I'm wearing just a plain white and gray one. So anyways, let's talk about what's actually happening when chocolate is tempered. So we have here's a couple tempered pieces of chocolate. You can tell, very smooth, right? Very shiny. So you can see those. When chocolate isn't tempered properly, there's all these little crystals and they get all chaotic, just like a room full of people all moving in different directions. It just gets really messy, chalky and crumbly. This is that piece I showed you earlier, if you can see. Sometimes people think they're old when they're all chalky and crumbly like that. So, but when it's done right, that's when you get these other ones that I've showed you right here. So you get the nice smooth one or the nice shiny one, right? And that's when you know. So, this reminds me of something that happened to me a few years ago. I had just moved to this new city. I was excited, full of hopes, basically melting with possibilities. Pun intended, okay? But then reality really hit me. I had realized that my old friend group wasn't just like that text away anymore. And suddenly I felt like this untempered kind of chocolate, like a bit messy, a bit dull, definitely not my best self. So remember the untempered one is the very chalky, dull one. So just like that chocolate, this chocolate shows signs of going through like heat without proper care. I was going through my own heated moment. The loneliness, the self-doubt. It was intense, but here's where it gets interesting. So again, we have the tempered chocolate. Just like how properly tempered chocolate needs time to cool and form the right crystals, I had to learn to cool down too. I had to learn something really important, pretty much how to be comfortable being alone. It was like giving my own crystals time, I guess, to realign, right? So put them in order, and pretty much, you know what? Just like this perfectly tempered chocolate that's right here took time and patience to achieve this beautiful shine and the smoothness. I took time to rebuild too. So, like learning YouTube, starting this channel, my friends today, they're like this perfectly tempered chocolate, strong, beautiful, well-rounded, and just really genuine. And just like this chocolate, they got that way because I didn't rush the process really. So there are differences here. Remember, we have the tempered one and the untempered one. And the untempered one, this is what rushing gives us, right? The chalky, the dull, again, the untempered. And this is what patience creates, right? So in life, rushing through lonely periods, forcing friendships, trying to skip to hard parts, well, let's just say it doesn't give us that, right? That perfect snap either. So, you know what I love about chocolate though? It teaches us to be patient with ourselves, just like chocolate can be retempered. If it loses its shine, we can always work on ourselves too, right? So it's never too late to start over, right? Never too late. So good. I love chocolate. I love food, but yeah. So speaking of starting over, want to know something funny? Remember those chocolate covered strawberries that I mentioned? Well, after that whole debacle disaster, I actually called up a friend who's amazing at making them, and instead of trying to like figure it all out on my own, I ended up asking for help. Excuse me. A chocolate so good. And you know what she told me? She said, pause. Chocolate is like life. Sometimes you just need the right temperature, sometimes you need the right friend, and sometimes you just need to accept that it's okay to start again. All right. So you see, we have the same or chocolate, and look at these pieces again. We have the tempered one, the nice, shiny, good one, and then we have the untempered one, right? So, excuse me, my hair's in my face. Might look imperfect, but it still tastes so amazing. It's such good chocolate. So, just like those times in our lives when things aren't really picture perfect, but we're learning and growing. And then there's this one, right? We have the tempered one. It shows us what's possible when we give ourselves time to become our best selves, right? So you see, friends, whether you're dealing with chocolate or life's challenges, the message really is the same. It's not about being perfect all the time. It's about understanding that every phase, there's the heating up, the cooling down, even those moments when we feel like everything's just such a mess. They're all part of our story, your story, my story, our story. And just like I found my way from feeling like this untempered chocolate to becoming more like the tempered chocolate, you will too. Because really, here's a sweet truth. We're all in this tempering process of life together, pretty much, right? So now I'm going to have some more. Who wants to join me in enjoying some of this chocolate while we talk more about our tempering moments? Please drop a comment below. Tell me about a time when you had to go through your own tempering process, or hey, you can drop any chocolate stories or any of your favorite chocolate brands into the chat. I would love to try. So anyways, there's this beautiful verse in James 1:12 in the Bible that really speaks to this whole tempering process. It says, blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life. So just like chocolate, I need to go through specific temperatures to become its best self. We too go through our own trials and temperatures in life. And sometimes, just like Proverbs 17:17 reminds us, a friend loves at all times, and a brother is, I think it says, a brother is born for a time of adversity. So whether your chocolate's tempered or not so tempered, whether you're in your heating phase or your cooling phase, you're not alone in this journey, okay? So remember, my friends, three things. When life feels too hot to handle, it's okay. It's okay to take time to cool down, okay? And when things seem like really messy and untempered and just not right, you're probably just in between phases, right? That's a possibility. And last, and most importantly, every phase is part of your beautiful story. Okay. So before I go, I do want to thank you for sharing this chocolate moment with me. Isn't it amazing how something as simple as chocolate can teach us so much about life and friendship? That's what I love about food. It connects us and it can teach us things. So next time you're enjoying a piece of chocolate, think about your own tempering process. Where are you in your journey? Are you in need of some cooling down, or maybe you're in need of some shine, some heating up? So if you enjoyed this sweet chat with me, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you just won't miss our next serving of food for thought. Excuse me. And please, hey, leave a comment below too. I love to hear about your tempering moments or your favorite chocolates. But until next time, this is Devin Paz, reminding you that like chocolate, you're always worthy of patience and care. Keep shining, my friends. All right. Ciao. 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 Ciao.